What about your family?
Um,
Your parents, did they hear about what was going on with you?
Yeah, well, I came back. It's like that new convert zeal, essentially, where I got back and I was like, change your lives. And it was horrible. Oh my gosh. I'm like embarrassed sometimes when I think about it.
When you have that new energy, yes,
yeah, like I was basically new convert zeal. And I just want to tell everyone, like change your lives. Like,
because you're on fire.
Yeah. But I did it horribly because I was just like, stop sinning. God doesn't like sin. And then
A lot of people don't know how to deal with that. That's why when you have that new energy. Yeah.
exactly. And I think that was maybe like something I wish it would have been nice if I kind of was walked through that too. But when I got home, man, people were so weirded out by me. And I remember like my high school buddies, I went back to watch a band show because I was in marching band in high school and watch like how the new kids are doing. I went there to tell them to give their lives to Jesus. And like people are like, oh, he's kind of weird. And I'd be like, we'd be sitting in a circle and like, so like, what are you guys struggling with? Like, what do you need help with from the Lord? And then I remember they're like, I don't know. And I was like, oh man, we got to work on that. And it was bad. So, but I think my parents, of course, were just very like, what is going on?
Because they knew you as a different person.
Yeah.
The person who called people like that Jesus freaks.
Yes, exactly.
Right?
Yeah. So, yeah, I know they obviously recognized it, but also I was significantly happier. I don't know, like you can imagine this, but I used to in high school I had like long hair, it covered my face, like angsty, all black,
like all emo and all,
yeah. I was the emo scene kid, and so I never smiled. And if I laughed, it would just be like deadpan, like or like
wow,
it was terrible. I was such a poser, but. But yeah, even coming back, I just remember people like saying, Joel, like, you're smiling a lot more.
Wow.
Or you're laughing a lot more. And so even just like, there was like a significant change. It's like,
when you have all this energy, what kept you from going completely, converting completely, going away completely from Catholicism?
Yeah. I think partially was my brother who was getting more active at St. Mary's.
Okay.
And then other ones just being the priests there. Bishop now, but Father David Condrela was the pastor there. And so, and it was just like the community there, like something just drew me in. And I believed the sacraments were real to like whatever degree I believed it. And like I would go to confession very often. I was a scruple. And so I had to go confess everything. But it was with, I think, for good intentions. But a big thing that happened in the spring at St. Mary's there's this retreat called Awakening, which I think is very popular. Aggie Awakening at A&M.
I've heard some of our former guests talk about it, yes.
Yeah, so Aggie Awakening was like this was like the spring of my freshman year. Again, a lot happened that first year.
Wow.
And so my brother, and like, they don't do this anymore, I hope, but like a big thing that happened was like Awakening was like don't tell anyone the secrets that happened at retreat. And so,
yes, of course.
And then the other thing being, I'm going to sign up everyone, even though they did not ask to get signed up for this retreat. So my brother did that. One day I get a call like, hey, congratulations, you're on Aggie Awakening. I was like, what is that?
You're signed up for this retreat. You have no idea.
Which my brother made me do. And I remember I was like, okay. He encouraged me a lot to go, and like that would just be good. And so I went, and then there was, I remember distinctly, I think it was March 4th, 5th, 6th. I don't remember the exact days. I remember my reversion day at least. But Friday night where we're just praying around in like a circle, and everyone is praying the rosary. And I do attribute a lot of this to Our Lady too. But during the rosary, I just remember sitting there and thinking, like, I think this is where my home is supposed to be. Like that stuck with me. I just knew I was like where I needed to be, and like the Lord wanted me to be there. And I do think like in that moment, Mary was very much interceding and pulling me in, even though I had no idea. But looking back, it was that moment during the rosary where I just remember like, I think I need to be here.
Wow.